Hey there, welcome. It's Desiree Stafford. I'm super excited to spend the next 60 minutes with you because I am going to teach you 5 secrets that will make you irresistible to your dream client so that you can start making more money pronto. All right, so if you're currently working your tail off for tiny dollars, we're going to put a stop to that today. All right, now I know some of what I just said might sound a little impossible, but really and truly, the deceptively simple secrets that I'm going to reveal to you today are going to inspire any prospect that you want, okay, people that you want to work with, to gladly hire you and not even think about another service provider, okay, because they're going to be so drawn to you and your work that they're going to be willing to pay you whatever it is that you charge. They're going to be so excited to work with you that they're going to find the money to invest in your offers right on the spot. They're going to show up, they're going to do the work, and they're going to get results. And they're going to brag about how awesome you are and send you amazing referrals, okay? So now let me just let you know that you're in the right spot. This training today is for you. If you're a woman coach, you're a consultant, you're a therapist, or you're an entrepreneur who uses your expertise or knowledge to help your clients get real results, okay? Now, I've got hours and hours of content that I really want to share with you, but we only have 60 minutes together today in this training. So my promise to you is that you're going to be able to walk away knowing the 5 secrets that will help you become irresistible to your dream clients, confidently charge whatever you want, and free up your time, okay? So let's talk about specifically what we're going to cover today. We're going to talk about the #1 reason why you're working way too hard, but you're not getting ahead fast enough and how to fix it. We're also going to talk about how you can position yourself as the go-to person in your niche so that you can attract motivated prospects who get your value. We're going to talk about the simplest way for you to reach your income goals every single month and get incredible results for your clients without burning yourself out. Then I'm going to share with you, I'm going to reveal a little-known strategy that hardly anyone talks about that attracts your dream clients and it repels the pain-in-the-butt ones. And then finally, I'm going to share with you a 3-step system for attracting a steady flow of your dream clients on autopilot, freeing up your time to do whatever you want when you want. All right? Now, here's the deal. I want you to hang out with me because I've got a special gift that I'm excited to share with you, and I'll tell you about that a little bit later. But what I really want you to get out of being here today, I want this to be a productive learning experience for you, okay? That's why it's going to be important that you put away all of your distractions. You know, put the phone on silent, close Facebook. I know that's a little hard, but close Facebook. You know, I really want you to invest your time in yourself and in your business. I also want to make sure that I'm giving you the value that you came here to get. So you'll see a button on this page where you can submit your questions. Go ahead and do that whenever you like. Okay, I'm going to be answering your questions at the end of the training, but if something pops up and you don't want to lose it, just go ahead and send me that little question and I'll get to it at the end of the training, okay? You can also send me love notes, by the way. You know, if there's something that you're really enjoying about the training and you're vibing with me on, go ahead and send that in as well. I'd love to read that from you as well. So, one more key thing before we move forward is that I know a lot of times when we come to a training like this, we can get all excited about the things that we want to learn, and we spend a lot of time frantically writing notes about things that we're not really going to act on. And I'd like for you to really give your full undivided attention and only take notes on those things that you know you're going to put into play. Okay? That way you can get the most out of this training. So I'm also going to give a recap at the end of everything that we covered today. So I'd really like for you to relax and take everything in and know that I've got you covered. Cool? All right. So let me check in with you. Is one or more of these questions true for you? Do you feel like you're just getting by, that you're barely making what you earned at your corporate job? That's true for you? You can answer silently to yourself, or if you want to share with me, you can go ahead and start using the button on the screen to send your info over to me. Do you count on referrals? Are you spending a ton of time on social media? Are you networking like crazy? Are you blogging? Do you never know where your next client is going to come from after all of that work? okay? Do you want to charge more, but you're afraid that if you raise your fees, no one will pay? Do you secretly feel frustrated because you see other people in your industry making the kind of money that you want, but you don't know how they're doing it? Are you losing sleep or struggling in your personal life because you're working way too hard in your business? And do you ever lower your fees just to get clients in the door, but then they don't do the work, and you end up chasing them for every last dollar? Okay? Now, if any of this resonates with you, I know exactly how you feel because that's exactly how I used to feel. And I'll tell you the truth, I was extremely frustrated, all right? And I know that if any of this rings true for you right now, you're also feeling stuck, right? You're feeling like you're stuck at a certain income level no matter how hard you work. And that sucks. It sucks. It shouldn't be this way, and truthfully, it doesn't have to be this way. Now, what you might think is that if you just learn one new strategy, that's going to solve all your problems, right? Now, that might be true to some extent because, of course, strategy is important. But the real reason that you feel stuck is because you haven't raised your standards, okay? Now, I really want you to take that in for a moment. Let it sink in, because sometimes it can be a hard pill to swallow. And you might even be thinking to yourself, well, come on, Desiree, you and I don't know each other. You don't know me well enough to say something like that. But what I need for you to know is that I'm saying that from a place of care, okay? Because I care about you enough to tell you something that most people won't ever bring up in their training. And if it wasn't true, you wouldn't be here today. You would not be on this training because you'd already have the business of your dreams. You would already be working with the exact amount of clients that you want. You'd already be making more than enough money than you knew what to do with. So since we're still sharing space, let's talk about where it is that you need to raise your standards. All right, so you want to raise your standards for the lifestyle that you live, for the clients that you want to work with, for the money that you deserve to make, for the amount of quality time that you spend with the people that you love, and for the amount of fun and fulfillment that you get from your business. These are non-negotiable. They're non-negotiable. But I know that right now, because you're on this training, something is off. You're not living the lifestyle that you want. You're not working with enough or as many of the clients that you love working with. You're certainly not making the money that you deserve. You're not having enough quality time with your family and your friends. And you're not receiving enough fulfillment and fun from your business. Again, if you work, you would not be here today. So what does that tell us? It tells us that you need to raise your standards. And when you do, amazing opportunities will open up for you. This is when you develop the confidence to own who you are and charge what your services are worth. You get to choose exactly who you work with and how you serve them. You get to create the financial independence that you crave. And my love, you get to be bold. You get to live your life by design and not by default. Okay? When you raise your standards, you're going to realize that there are endless possibilities for you in your business. Your income will increase exponentially. You'll experience more freedom, and you're going to reconnect with the fun and passion that you felt when you first started your business. Now, that's what I want to tell you about standards and why I'm so passionate about you raising your own, all right? And if you leave here today after this training with one thing, let it be the decision to transform your business and your life. I want you to take in what I'm sharing with you so that you can understand what it is that you need to do to turn your situation around. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps that you can take to make all of this happen, all right? And I'm going to show you how to get into action today. Now, you might be thinking, okay, sounds nice, but why should I listen to you? Right? So here's the deal. I'm Desiree Stafford. I am a client attraction specialist. I'm also a best-selling author and the creator of a marketing program called Queen of Attraction. And I've been quoted on national publications like CBS, NBC, ABC, Yahoo Finance, etc. But most importantly, my average client increases her fees by 500%. And she sells her first high-end program within weeks after using the secrets that you're about to discover here today. Okay? Now, my specialty is showing smart women how to own their value and implement systems that market and sell for them so that they can make more money without burning themselves out. So if all of that sounds good to you, that's exactly why you want to listen to me. Now, here's the deal. Things were not always easy for me, okay? Things were a challenge. I made a ton of mistakes in my business. And what I've discovered is that it doesn't matter how good you are at what you do. You have to change the way you think and act if you want to attract your dream clients who are willing to pay whatever you charge, okay? It's going to come down to you making a decision to raise your standards, committing to that decision, and that's when success naturally happens, okay? So let me tell you about my experience and where this is coming from, right? Now, I've invested thousands of dollars in training. I've invested a lot of time in trial and error. I wasted even more time doing things that simply didn't work. And I was struggling. I was floundering, really, because I had years of corporate experience that had robbed me of my voice. And so I found myself, with these quote-unquote work manners, and I was so afraid of upsetting people that I often watered down my message, and I was trying to fit in, and it felt awful. Right? It was very hard for me to stand out from competition because I was too afraid to do that, even though I wanted to. Right? I also wasn't owning my value. I was significantly undercharging, and I was comparing myself to everyone else. I also had a lack mentality, and I tended to attract clients who had the same. Okay? I was very reluctant to make quick decisions. I constantly was overthinking, and I was hedging. I was flirting with success instead of actually going for it. I had zero marketing strategy. Now, I can tell you all this stuff now because things are much better, right? But there was a time when I had zero marketing strategy, and I was jumping from one thing to the next. And every time I did that, I kept losing momentum. And it was frustrating, right? Now, the thing is, I did have some clients, but they weren't ideal. I was tolerating folks who were unmotivated, folks who wouldn't do the work, and some people who just either wouldn't pay on time or sometimes they didn't pay at all. Right? And that didn't feel good. And because I was not charging enough, I was just getting by. And I felt stuck because I thought I needed these clients. I had convinced myself that because enough money wasn't coming in, that I couldn't afford to lose any of them. Until one day, my beloved coach says to me, "It sounds like you can't afford to keep them." And I was like, huh? Well, there's not enough money coming in. What else can I do? And she says to me, well, if it were a loveless marriage, would you stay? I'm like, absolutely not. Now, here's the thing. That perspective shifted everything for me because I realized that we actually get what we tolerate. And if I wanted my business to turn around, if I wanted more money to flow in consistently, I was going to have to stop flirting with success. I was going to have to commit to getting it. Okay? And that meant that I had to learn to think and act differently. It meant that I had to stop putting up with the wrong clients and focus only on working with my dream clients. Now, truth be told, it was scary as hell. Okay? But deep down, I knew that something needed to change, and it needed to change now, and the change was going to begin with me because I was mentally, spiritually, and emotionally exhausted. I was running out of cash. And I wasn't willing to put up with this crap anymore. I wasn't willing to continue to put my life and my dreams on hold, waiting for some miracle to happen, right? I knew that I had to step up and turn my business around, and I did. I didn't do it alone, but I did, okay? And I'm glad that I did because I've been able to help my clients get amazing results. I'm talking about women who formerly felt frustrated, and they were frustrated for years. And within a few short weeks of working together, they transformed their businesses, and it felt like almost overnight to them, right? They stopped chasing after prospects because they felt more attractive to their dream client. Their phone started ringing off the hook with their clients wanting them, pursuing them. Okay? These women discovered the fundamental secrets that you are about to learn. So let's jump into the first one. It's all about mindset, baby. Secret number one is mindset. Now, I know there's this big raging debate. Some people say mindset, some say strategy. I say both, okay? Because neither one works effectively without the other. So let's get into mindset. Have you ever noticed other people in your industry succeeding with the strategies that haven't worked for you? Come on. We all have, right? And you're like, what's she doing that I'm not? Right? And then, you know that they're reaching the same audience. They're selling a similar service, and they're likely selling it for more money than you, and their businesses are growing. And you're wondering to yourself, why? What does she have that you don't have? Well, here's the deal, my love. It's because what we believe is possible for us is critical to our success in business. So what I mean here is that you've got to believe that a strategy is going to work for you in order for it to work for you. So even if you're copying someone else's exact strategy to the T, if your beliefs are not in alignment with it, you're going to create resistance, or you're going to sabotage yourself, and you will fail. All right? It's our conditioning that determines our behavior, not just the tactics or training. It's your mindset. Okay? Your mindset determines your initiative, it determines your investment, and it determines your follow-through. Right? So it's one of the most critical factors, and that's why we're addressing it first today. Because it also determines the type of clients that you choose to work with. It determines how much money you are willing to give yourself permission to make, and whether or not earning more will be easy or a struggle for you. Okay? Working with your dream clients is a strategy. It's a strategy for achieving your income goals without a lot of stress, and it allows you to earn whatever you want with ease and grace. But if you don't have a mindset that supports that, you're going to create resistance and you're going to sabotage yourself. All right? Now, here's the deal. What I want to talk to you about with regards to mindset today, I want to go more specific and talk to you about your mindset around money. Because I know too many smart, talented women who are under-earning because of their mindset when it comes to money. So think to yourself for a second. Do you ever get squirrely when it comes to talking about your fees in a sales call? Or do you feel like you have to work really, really hard to prove your worth? If you can relate to any of this, it means that you've got to work on your money mindset, because it's either going to be the key or the killer of your success. Now, the truth is, most of us have blocks when it comes to money. All right? A lot of us did not grow up in wealthy families where money was spoken about openly. So sometimes we can feel uncomfortable talking about money. It's a very touchy subject. And deep down, you may really want to feel independent and you want to feel in control of your financial destiny. But at the same time, you might also secretly worry about what other people are going to think when you do make more money. Now, as women, we have been conditioned to give, and give, right? The problem with that is that many of us are uncomfortable receiving. Okay? Now, I know that you're in a service-based business because you love to serve. You love to help other people, and giving is good. It becomes a problem, though, when you're constantly working really hard. You've got an amazing service to offer, but because you have blocks around money, you're repelling your dream clients and you're attracting the crappy ones. You're creating more work than you have to prove your worth. You're working your tail off, you're making tiny dollars, and if you don't get a handle on this, you know you're going to burn yourself out, and you're possibly going to lose the passion for your business. Okay? So let's talk about what it is that you can do. If you have a mindset around money that's holding you back, that's blocking you, that's causing you to work way too hard than you need to, let's talk about what you can do about that, okay? This is a proven process to up-level your mindset around money. There are 4 things you want to do. The first thing is you want to set your intention. Now, what I mean by that is you want to get clear about what your monthly financial goal is. How much money do you need to cover your expenses and have extra for emergencies and have extra for living a fantastic life, right? What's that number for you? And don't go realistic on me here, okay? We're not going there. We're going with the number that you need, okay? So I don't know what that is for you. Is it $5,000 a month? Is it $10,000 a month? Is it 15? Is it 20? What is your financial goal? Pick that number, okay? And that's your intention. That's the money that you know that you need to make every single month. Now, if that money or that dollar amount seems high for you, what you're going to want to do is raise your awareness, okay? You want to start identifying your current thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about money. Why does that number feel high for you? And if it doesn't feel high for you, then why is it so low? All right? Because I'm asking you to stretch here. So you really want to raise your awareness about your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs about money. Get clear on that, okay? And then you want to allow for change. So a lot of times the thoughts we have about money, the way we feel about money, all those things come from ideas that we have from, being children. Things that were passed down to us through our family generationally, and thoughts and patterns and beliefs and behaviors, all that kind of stuff. So for you to shift, for you to raise and improve your mindset around money, you're going to have to bring some of that stuff up from your past, right? You're going to have to identify where your thoughts come from, where your beliefs come from, all right? And that's going to mean bringing up the past and allowing for those old wounds to heal so that you can release any feelings that you may have when it comes to guilt or shame around money, okay? Many of us have it. That's why you'll see so many people make a lot of money really fast and then they'll lose it. And you'll see them have like this up and down income pattern because there's some shame or there's some guilt. There's something going on with them when it comes to money. Or you see people who can't make money at all. Same problem, they just handle it differently, okay? So once you allow for the change, the 4th thing that you want to do is take action. You want to start to challenge your current thoughts, your current beliefs, your current feelings around money by doing something different, because action builds confidence. So it's not enough just to set the intention, to raise the awareness, and to allow for change. You need to take some action. And you want to challenge your beliefs. You want to challenge your thoughts. You want to challenge your feelings. And you want to do something different. Because, again, action builds confidence. So if you're scared to invest in yourself, for example, do it anyway. Do it anyway. Okay? That's the only way that you're going to up-level your mindset around money. Now, that's exactly what my client Gail did. Gail came to me because she was having a challenge. She was burning herself out, and she was chasing after lowball prospects, many of whom she didn't even like, right? And the real problem that Gail had was that she had a limiting belief that she had to work really hard to prove herself, to prove her worth, okay? And she also had a lot of guilt and shame around money, and she worried a lot about what other people would think of her when she was more successful, when she was making more money. And so she was in this, caught in this cycle of not allowing herself to break free, and she'd really been sabotaging herself for years before she and I worked together. And, she came to me and she said, this is what my challenge is, and I diagnosed her, and I said, well, this is the real issue. And in a few short weeks, we worked on her mindset, and everything shifted for her in her business. She overcame the resistance that had been holding her back, so she was able to get out of her own way, and she started attracting higher-end clients, the people that she actually wanted to work with. Her sales increased, and as a side benefit, her relationships improved, okay? Because when you get clear about the things that are holding you back in one area of your life, it has a tendency to impact other areas of your life. So where she was holding herself back in her business, once we worked on that, she was able to then improve her personal relationships at the same time, all right? So let me ask you, you understand why mindset is so important. I've explained that to you pretty well, and I've shared with you Gail's story. So let's see how this relates to you and your story and what's going on in your business. What's it costing you right now to have a mindset that does not allow for you to make more money with ease? What's it costing you? It's going to be important that you get clear about that, because the mindset that you have right now is going to be your biggest predictor of your success when it comes to attracting your dream clients and making the money that you want and deserve. So if you know that mindset is a challenge for you, now is the time to make a commitment to do something about it. Okay? All right, so let's jump into secret number 2. Specialize. That's numero dos. All right, so secret number 2 is you need to specialize, and here is why. Have you ever found it hard to explain exactly what you do because you work with various types of clients? Do you ever feel lost in an overcrowded marketplace and you don't know how to stand out from the competition? If you do, and I know many of you do, these are symptoms of being too general, which makes it more difficult than it needs to be to attract your dream clients. All right? It's a problem because when you're trying to serve everyone, your messaging speaks to no one. No one. Okay? So your dream clients, they want something specific. They want results. They want results. They don't want to work with you just because you're nice, just because they like you. They actually want results. They want an outcome. That's what they're willing to pay for. Okay? And they want to know that you understand their needs and that you can help them get whatever they want faster than they could do on their own. And for that, they'd be willing to pay top dollar for that opportunity. Okay? That's why becoming a specialist immediately and clearly distinguishes you from your competition. If you want to position yourself as the go-to person, you need to specialize. Okay? You really do. It's super important. And I know many of you resist it. I know many of you feel, conflicted. Sometimes you feel like, well, I don't want to leave anybody out, so I don't want to specialize. Or sometimes you worry that if you do specialize, you won't get enough clients because you already feel like you're not getting enough clients. And I can tell you both of those are not true. Okay? And let me give you an example that I hope is going to make this really clear in your mind. Okay? If you had a toothache and you were in complete agony over the constant throbbing pain radiating through your jaw, would you go to a dentist or a general practitioner? Okay, this is a no-brainer question, right? Smart money is going to go with a dentist. Why? Now, they're both doctors, right? The dentist and the general practitioner, they're both doctors. But you'd go to the dentist because he or she specializes in oral health and the general practitioner doesn't. Your clients are the same way. They're experiencing some kind of pain right now, and they want to work with someone who specializes in solving the problem that they're experiencing. Furthermore, they want to work with someone who has a depth of knowledge in that particular area, not someone with general knowledge. When someone's in pain, they're like, fix me now, right? They don't want somebody like playing around with them trying to figure it out. And they want you to fix their problem, and they want you to fix it for them fast. And when you're a specialist, they trust that you can do that, right? And that's why specialists get paid more. So here's another example. I'm a business coach, and I specialize in client attraction. Why do you think I do that? It's because even though I help my clients with other aspects of their business, so I help them with business model, I help them with mindset, pricing, etc. I specialize in client attraction for women entrepreneurs because that sets me apart from other business coaches, right? So I hope you can see that specializing is an easy and effective way for you to stand out from the competition and for you to really position yourself as the go-to person so that you can attract motivated prospects who get the value of what you offer, and they're predisposed to trust you, right? Now, let's meet one of my clients, Holly. When she came to me, her challenge was that she was really struggling to get prospects interested in working with her. And her real problem was that she was trying to serve everybody. She wasn't clear on the specific problem that she solved. So she wasn't specializing, right? Now, in a very short amount of time, she decided to specialize. I was very convincing, and she decided to specialize. As soon as she did that, she attracted 4 clients at higher fees within a few weeks, and her confidence soared. It soared, okay? So let me ask you, what do you think it's costing you right now to not specialize? How many potential prospects are you missing out on because you're not able to clearly articulate the value that you offer in a way that lets the person know that you are the go-to person they should work with because you haven't specialized, because you are a relationship coach, but you haven't decided to specialize in women who are recently divorced or women who are dating after 50 and looking to find a mate online. Do you understand the specialization for that? Right? Now, Holly was a weight loss coach. But how many weight loss coaches do you meet, right? But when we got clear about the specific problem that we solved, we were able to find her what's called a sub-niche and help her specialize in working with people who specifically wanted to know how to implement a specific type of diet in order to lose weight. And she also helped them with mindset because they also wanted to keep the weight off long term. And there are not a lot of weight loss coaches who specialize in mindset. So this set her apart. This is what allowed her to talk to a potential prospect and capture their attention and not worry about the competition because there's not a lot of people who are doing what she does. Now, when I talk about specialization, I'm not saying that you have to create something that doesn't exist. Right? You want to specialize in something that does exist, that people are aware of, because then you know that people are looking to solve that particular problem. But the point is you do want to specialize. If you are a relationship coach, for example, think about the examples I've already given you. You know, how can you narrow things down so that you have an area of specialization so that when somebody is in pain and they come to speak to you and you talk to them about what you do, they immediately get how you could help them. They immediately see the value. Right? And this is going to help you with referrals as well. When people are clear about what you do, it's much easier for them to send referrals your way. So again, what is it costing you right now to not specialize? All right, let's talk about secret number 3. This is value pricing. So I'm going to explain what I mean about value pricing. Okay? Oftentimes, you'll hear a lot of marketers tell you that you should charge what you're worth. Now, I don't believe that concept. I believe you should charge whatever you want to charge, but I have a very strong opinion about a woman tying her sense of worth and value to the price of what she's offering. Those two are not exclusive. They're not the same. Okay? I'm going to talk to you about what I mean about value pricing in a second, but I really want to be clear that you, my dear, are priceless. There is no dollar value on you, okay? And it just kind of makes my blood boil when I hear people talk about charge what you're worth, because I don't think that's what it is. I think you charge what your services are worth, what the result, what the outcome is worth to your client. And we're going to talk about how you can get clear on that in just a second. But I really want to stress the point that you should not be tying your sense of worth and value to the price of your program. It's going to mess you up mentally and emotionally. Don't do that, okay? You are worth your weight in gold. You are priceless, all right? Okay, so now let's talk about what I mean by value pricing. Have you ever charged like a low hourly rate, or maybe you even offer a sliding scale because you're secretly worried that folks won't pay? Or perhaps you've raised your fees only to end up giving away more time, materials, or special bonuses in your program. We call this kind of like overstuffing or over-delivering your program. Now, if your fees are based on time or how much extra quote-unquote stuff you include, what you're actually doing is you're attracting price-conscious clients versus value-conscious, a.k.a. dream clients, right? And it means that you're either not clear or you're not sold on the results that you help your clients get, okay? Because When you understand the impact that your services have on your clients, their lives, the people that their lives touch, when you get that, right, when you completely understand the impact that you're making on somebody else's life, whether that's by helping them on their business, helping them in their relationships, helping them with their health, however it is that you serve them, when you understand the impact that your services have on your client, you will not charge based on the time that you spend or how hard you work. Right? Those things are irrelevant. You will charge for the value of the results that you help your clients achieve. Okay? And that's what your dream clients are going to be willing to pay you, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more. Okay? It's really important that you get that. They're paying you based on the value. Value pricing, it's just that. It's when you price whatever it is that you're offering based on the value that somebody receives from experiencing that service. And it's the simplest way for you to achieve your monthly income goals without burning yourself out. Now, here's the deal. If these numbers seem impossible to you, if it seems impossible to you to charge $3,000, $5,000 or more, it's only because you haven't made that level of investment in yourself yet. And it could be difficult for you to imagine at this moment, right, that clients will be willing to pay premium prices to work with you if you haven't invested at that level in yourself. Okay? Now, I was not able to charge these prices until I ponied up the money and invested in myself at that level. Okay? But I'm glad that I did, because I can't tell you how many times new clients will thank me for helping them make the same level of commitment to themselves and their businesses by investing in one of my programs. And when you do this the right way, people will literally thank you for the privilege of working with you. Okay? It might seem awkward at first, but you'll get used to it. Okay? So let's talk about value pricing. For this to work for you, you've got to be super clear, crystal clear about a couple of things. Okay? You've got to know what pain your dream clients are in. You've got to know what results you help them achieve. You also need to have a process that you use to help your clients get what they want. Now, I call this a signature system, okay? And I show my clients how to do that, how to really get clear about what are the steps, what are the processes, what are the milestones that you're taking your clients through to get a specific result. And we create a signature system from that, okay? And then you also want to think about what is the long-term value of achieving the results that you help your clients achieve? What's the long-term value? So let's say, for example, I love relationships, right? So let's go back to the relationship coach experience. You're a relationship coach, and you work with women who were cheated on, and they're newly divorced, and they're looking for a way to get back out into the dating scene, but they're really scared. Right? Their trust has already been betrayed. They really want to get out there and find love again, but they're scared. Maybe they were married for 10, 15 years, and they don't know what it's like to be out there on their own again. But you come in as their relationship coach, as the expert, and you have a process for helping them move through those feelings of betrayal and let that stuff go, and really look forward to the future and open themselves up and become vulnerable enough again that they're able to attract the man of their dreams. And then they get married and they find love again, and then, maybe they start a new family or whatever they do after that. Think about the impact, the lasting long-term impact that has on your client, right? It's not about seeing them once or twice a week or coaching them for an hour or 30 minutes. None of that matters. What matters is the end result. What matters is you've helped your client move through a process where she was feeling scared, where she was feeling alone, where she was feeling like she didn't know what to do, and she didn't know how to find the love of her life, and you helped her do that, right? What are the long-term benefits? What's the long-term value of that client experiencing those results through your support? When you think in terms of that, of those results, of the outcome that gets to happen for your client, it's very difficult for you not to price based on value. How else could you price? What is that result worth to someone? What's worth, what's it worth to find the love of your life? Is it worth $3,000? Is it worth $5,000? Is it worth 10? What's that worth to your client? Okay. On the flip side, let's say you were a relationship coach and you like to support people who are on the brink of divorce and you love to save marriages. What would happen in that scenario if you were able to save a couple from divorce? And they were considering at one point, a costly divorce and splitting up assets and having to fight over, custody. What would it be worth to them to save their marriage, to reconnect, to fall back in love with each other again? What's that worth? Okay, that's what I mean about pricing based on value. Not based on time or how many PDF reports you give someone or any extra special bonuses that you want to throw in to what it is that you're offering. Okay? Now let's talk about my client, Shelley, because she was in a situation where she was not meeting her financial income goals each month. And she was undervaluing and underpricing her services, right? She was a business intuitive, and she worked with clients, and she was really good at what she did. But she was charging by the hour because she didn't get the concept of value pricing. And when we started working together, I helped her understand that concept, and we quickly determined that what she was offering was worth so much more than $100 an hour. And by the way, she was afraid to increase by $50. She was afraid to go up to $150 an hour because she did not get the value of what it was that she was offering her folks. She did not get the value of the results that they would get from working with her when their businesses would turn around because of her support. Okay? So when she was clear on the value, we got really clear on the results, that she was helping her clients achieve. We got clear about the process that she walked the client through. And we were clear about what that result was worth to her client. And she sold her first $3,000 program and went on to sell many more based on the value of the services that she provides. Now, that was $3,000 for a 90-day program, okay? So I want you to see how quickly you can turn things around in your business if you're struggling right now when you start to price based on the value of what it is that you're delivering, okay? Now, let's look at some numbers and how this could stack up for you. Let's say, for example, that you want to earn $10,000 a month. And let's say that your average client books weekly sessions at $100 each. So that means your average client is paying you $400 a month, okay? Now, if you want to meet your goal of $10,000 a month, that means you'd need to work with 25 clients a month, assuming no one cancels. Now, I don't know about you, but 25 clients a month, unless it's a group program, that's a lot of work, okay? So what if instead you started selling $5,000 programs based on the value of the results that your clients get? That would mean that to meet your goal, you'd only need to get 2 new clients per month, okay? Now, that's a big difference. 25 clients versus 2 clients. Massive difference. Imagine what you could do with the time that you save. Imagine what you could do. Now, you could create a signature program. You could create these $5,000 programs or $3,000 or $10,000, whatever number works for you in terms of the value that you're offering. And you could certainly go out there and get 25 clients a month. But if you were to do it, I would not suggest you do it one-on-one. I would suggest that you put those clients into a group program, which you could absolutely do at the price points that we've just been discussing. Okay, so that is something that you could consider as well. If you have been doing one-on-one for a long time and you really want to leverage more of your time, consider groups. And you can do groups at the same price point. Okay? Now, I really want you to think. We talked about some big numbers here. How much money do you think you're currently leaving on the table because you're not using value pricing? All right? Really give that some thought. If you brought in 1 client at $5,000, what kind of difference would that make to you and your business? Okay? All right. So now let's move on to secret number 4, client selection. This one is near and dear to my heart, and you'll find out why Okay? Now, have you ever taken on a client or clients just to have some money coming in, and then you quickly found out that they were needy, demanding, or unmotivated? They consistently couldn't or wouldn't pay you on time, and worse, they didn't even value your work. Now, these kind of clients are bad for your business, bad, okay? Because they literally suck your time and energy. And oftentimes, that's going to leave you feeling too drained to show up for your dream clients, okay? And if you're not careful, these not-so-good clients, these non-ideal clients, can significantly damage your confidence. Really, they can. I mean, that's what happened to me, which is why I am so adamant about client selection today, okay? But here's the deal. It's not their fault. Nope, not. Because you let these folks into your business. You did this, but you only did this because you were not taught how to avoid them. Now, I know that I was not taught how to avoid pain-in-the-butt clients, okay? I know so many people who, I mean, you think it's the right thing to do. You know that you want money coming in. You know you got bills to pay, right? And so you agree to work with people who sometimes something feels like, I don't know if this is the best fit, but you don't know what else to do. So you take these clients on. And that's because you're thinking from this very limited perspective, which why wouldn't you, right? You know that you need some clients coming in. You love to serve people, so you think it's a win-win. And it turns out that it's not. Now, there is a way that you can avoid this, okay? If you're here on this training and you want to work with your dream clients, it tells me that you've moved beyond the point in your business where you enjoy working with just any and everyone. And you really want to take your business to the next level. You really want to increase the income that you're making, and you also want to reduce the time that you're spending in your business. So it's really critical that you select your clients with care. It's really important that you do this, okay? And there's a little-known strategy called client selection that allows for this to happen. It makes it so much easier for you to repel the wrong clients and attract the ones that you're going to be able to do your best work with. The kinds of clients who give you great referrals, who give you great testimonials, right, that help you grow your business long term. These are the kinds of folks that you want to work with. Because like I said, the other ones, they suck your time and your energy. They can rob you of your confidence. It's just not a good situation all the way around. So how do you select the right client? How does this work, okay? Well, here's what you need to do to cherry pick the best clients and avoid the pain-in-the-butt ones. The very first thing you want to do is determine the type of clients that you don't want to work with. Who are those folks? You know who they are. You want to make a list of who they are, okay? And this isn't about judgment. This is not about saying somebody's bad or wrong or whatever, but there's just some people that you don't work well with, and you know it. You know it, and it's okay. We talked about raising your standards, right? So it's okay for you to say that I don't work well with certain types of people. Certain characteristics or qualities about a person means that I won't work well with them, okay? So write that down. Who are the kind of clients that you don't want to work with? Then you want to identify the types of clients that you do want to work with. Again, these are the folks who you do your best work with. Then you want to determine what are the qualities and the characteristics that your ideal clients must have in order for you to do great work with them. And then last but not least, one of the most important steps here is to check for alignment by thinking about the businesswoman that you know you were born to be and checking in with yourself to see what are the qualities and characteristics of the clients that she would work with. And you want to make sure they line up with your current must-have list. Now, I want to just spend one moment to highlight this. You always want to check for alignment with whatever it is that you're doing in your business today and how you're showing up in your business today. You want to check for alignment with the businesswoman that you know you were born to be. Okay? So many of us are waiting for miracles to happen. We're waiting for something to change before we start thinking and acting in the way that we would if we were experiencing the level of success that we want to experience, and that doesn't work. You have got to start thinking and acting as that successful businesswoman that you were born to be from today. That's the only way you're ever going to become her, right? You've got to start thinking and acting as if you were already that person today, okay? And this shows up when we talk about doing client selection. But this should show up when you talk about any decision related to your business, okay? Make every single decision about the investments that you make in your business, about activities that you do in your business. Everything that you do in your business should be coming from a place, or the decision should be made from a place of being in alignment with the woman that you know you are becoming, okay? All right. So, I think client attraction is simple, but it requires you to be very diligent, okay? If you want to be able to say yes to your dream client, you have got to be willing to say no to the wrong client. And I can tell you from personal experience, it is scary. It's scary as hell, but it's also liberating. Being able to say no to the clients that you don't work well with gives you so much power. And it really, truly does make it easier for you to show up energetically for your dream clients, to be available to them, to see them, to receive them. Okay? So let me ask, what's it costing you in terms of your peace of mind, in your confidence, and frankly, the money that you make in your business to continue working with folks who are not the right fit for you and your business? What's that costing you? Okay? Now, I know that client selection, it's a strategy that many people don't talk about, but it's so important when it comes to repelling the folks that you shouldn't be working with. Okay? Again, these are not bad people. They're just not your people. And as you up-level your business, having this criteria in place is going to become increasingly more important. You need to be working with people that light you up, people who inspire you, people who make you feel excited, people that you love working with, because that's how you do your best work. And that's how you help your clients get better results, because you're showing up ready to play the game. You're not beaten down by working with people who energetically are not right for you. Okay? All right, let's move on to the fifth secret, okay? And the fifth secret is to automate. Now, I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's not a secret. Well, it is a secret, because so many people don't automate because they're so scared. They're so scared. So let me ask you this. Do you feel so busy with the day-to-day of running your business that you don't have time to market? Have you tried advertising on Facebook, doing radio interviews, blogging your brains out? Do you network? Are you spending hours on social media, but you still struggle to attract clients each month? Now, look, all of these strategies can work for you over time, but why would you want to keep doing things the slow and the hard way? Why would you want to do that? It's really a problem, because when you don't have enough lead flow, it's easy for you to feel desperate and then start taking on those lame clients we just talked about avoiding, right? Because you need to keep the cash flowing in. So the secret about automation is that you can really do it in a simple way, okay? You can turn this around. You can simplify your marketing by automating it, even if you're a non-techie like me. I am such a non-techie, but I've got a whole bunch of systems in place that do a lot of the heavy lifting for me. And I show my clients how to do that for themselves as well. Because I'll tell you something about me. One of my gifts is making complex things simple. I like everything simple. And I also like fast results, and I hate wasting time on unnecessary work. I just hate it. So I create systems to make life easier. And I want you to be able to do the same for yourself, okay? So let's talk about a simple 3-step system that's going to allow you to automate your marketing, and it's going to do the sales for you when you do it the right way. And you're not going to have to invest a ton of your time. I mean, there will be times, you know, at the start, but then you just put it on autopilot and it does everything else for you. It's so much fun, okay? So the first step is you need traffic. And traffic can come from a multitude of sources. You can get traffic from any social media platform. You know, maybe you can go into a group or go into forums and get traffic there. You can also use your email list if you have one. My preferred method for traffic is Facebook, and specifically Facebook ads. Now, I love Facebook ads because of the targeting ability. Did you know that there's 1.44 billion active users on Facebook every single month? Let me read that again. 1.44 billion active users every single month on Facebook. How could you not find your clients there? Seriously. Okay? That's why I love running, you know, ads to the next step, which are attraction tools. Okay? And I'll talk to you about that in a second. But I really love using Facebook ads for my traffic source. It is my primary source of traffic. And it's the primary source of traffic for the clients I work with as well. Okay? So now the second step is you need an attraction tool. Why would anybody want to give you their information? Why would anybody want to learn more about you? They want to learn more about you because you have an attraction tool. You have something that they want, right? And that's something that they want is going to be specifically designed to position you as the go-to person. So remember we talked about specializing, right? You want to know what the problem is that you're solving for your clients, the problem that's keeping them up at night. And then you want to create what are called attraction tools that solve part of the problem for your ideal client so that they're going to want to find out more about you and learn how you can potentially help them. Now, there are lots of different attraction tools. There are teleseminars, there are video series, there are PDF reports, audio, whatever you want. Now, my preferred attraction tool are webinars, just like the one you're on today. And I love webinars because I love to speak, I love to present, I love to teach. And if you love all those things, it's fantastic for you to do that. But also, I'm not sure if you know, but 65% of our population are now visual learners. 65%. So when I run a webinar, not only do I get to present, but I get to present visually. And that helps people really understand what it is that I want them to get out of my presentation. So it just makes life a lot easier for myself and also for my prospects. It also helps to build a know, like, and trust factor, the KLT that you see on the screen. Okay? Now, webinars are the next best thing to being in person with someone and giving a live presentation. Okay, so that's another reason why I really enjoy doing them. They're very educational. They deliver massive value when you do them the right way. And again, they do a lot of the heavy lifting of positioning you as the go-to person when you structure your content the right way, when you're presenting on topics that really speak to the pain points of your ideal clients, your dream clients, the people that you want to work with, right? Okay, so the third piece to this puzzle, the third piece of the system is conversion. You need conversions, right? So you have traffic, you drive them to an attraction tool, and the next step is to get a conversion. Now, the way that I do that is through consults. The way that many people do that in our industry is through having a one-on-one consultation, okay? Some people will make offers in different ways. The reason why I prefer consultation, like, for example, some people will send someone to just a sales page, and that's not my preferred strategy. I like to do consultations because it really gives you an opportunity to properly diagnose what your prospect is going through so that you can determine if they're going to be the right client or not, all right? So if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a therapist, it's really going to be important for you, no matter how you're delivering your service, whether you're delivering the service one-on-one or if you're offering it as a group, you're going to be working with people pretty closely. It's going to be important that you properly diagnose whatever it is that their challenge is and make sure that working together is the right fit for both of you, okay? So when you do this right, you're going to have a system that does the selling for you. That's why I love this, okay? And I want you to meet Letitia because she has this system working for her brilliantly in her business. Now, when she met me, she came through one of my webinars, and her challenge was that she didn't have enough leads or clients, and she really had no time to market her business. Now, she had a full-time job, she was a full-time mama, and she was a full-time wife, and she was running her business on the side. And she just really was strapped for time. You know, this is a woman with a lot of demands on her time. But she also knew that she wanted to grow her business so that she could leave her job. So she needed a way to have leads coming in, to have clients coming in without it taking up hours and hours over time. So her problem was that she didn't have a system in place. She had nothing working for her that was going to be generating leads, okay? So we worked together, and we created a webinar, and she used that webinar to attract quality leads and clients every single day while she was out doing her other stuff, like living her life. And all of this was happening behind the scenes on autopilot for her, okay? So this is what gets to happen when you have a system of your own working for you in the background. Now let me ask you, how many red-hot leads and how many potential clients do you think that you're missing out on every single day because you don't have an automated marketing system doing the heavy lifting for you? What do you think you're missing out on right now? Okay? All right. So we covered 5 secrets. We covered a lot, right? And I actually see a lot of questions coming up, and I'm going to go through and answer them in just a moment. So cute. I see a couple of love notes coming through as well, so keep those coming too. I like those also. I'm going to answer your questions in just a few moments, but first, what I really want to do is talk about what I promised you today. So I want to make sure that you're getting what it is that you came here to get, okay? So I promised that you would walk away knowing the 5 secrets that will help you become irresistible to your dream client, confidently charge whatever you want, and free up your time. So let's recap what we've covered so far. Because I know I said to you earlier that I've got hours and hours of content, and I really wanted to give you exactly what you needed, not too much, but give you what you needed so that you could walk away feeling like you know what actions you need to take, okay? So here's your success plan. This is what we talked about today. The first secret we talked about was up-leveling your mindset. And we said that when you up-level your mindset, you can overcome the #1 reason why you're working way too hard and not getting ahead fast enough. And up-leveling your mindset is a way to fix that, okay? The second secret is to specialize. Because when you specialize, this is how you position yourself as the go-to person. And this is how you stand out from your competition. And you attract motivated prospects who get your value, okay? The third secret was to use value pricing. And we said that value pricing was the simplest way for you to reach your income goals every single month and get incredible results for your clients without burning yourself out. Secret #4 was to establish client selection criteria. And we said that that's the little-known strategy that hardly anyone talks about that attracts your dream clients and repels the pain-in-the-butt ones. And then last but not least, the 5th secret was to automate your marketing. And I showed you a simple 3-step system for attracting a steady flow of your dream clients on autopilot, freeing up your time to do whatever you want when you want. All right? So how cool is that? Now, you get to choose. You get to choose. Will you stop hedging? Will you choose to ditch your doubt and to take a stand for yourself, to raise your standards, to decide if you're going to keep flirting with success or if you're going to actually make the commitment to get it, if you're going to be willing to go all in, right, to get the results that you're after so that you can start to feel more confident in your ability to support yourself and your family the way that you truly desire. Okay? You get to choose that right now. Okay? And if you do choose that, I have an opportunity for you. Here's how I can help you. I have some time set aside this week to speak with you personally about how you can apply the strategies that I shared with you today and how you can do this for free. Okay? Now, let me just let you know that this is not going to be for everyone. you've got to meet a certain criteria, right? You've got to be someone who's absolutely committed to your own success. You've got to also be able to help your clients get real results. So I'm talking about you have to be someone who can help your clients in their business or help them get healthy or help them improve their relationship, something along those lines where whatever it is that you do has a lasting impact on your clients. It's a real measurable impact that your clients experience from working with you, okay? And if you're not 100% clear on what that impact is, we can talk about that to dial it in and get more clarity. But you've got to know that you're able to get results for clients, okay? And then the third criteria is that you've got to be an action taker. You've got to be the kind of person who's ready to stop wasting your time with a lot of trial and error, right? So if that's you, here's how you can take advantage of this opportunity and how the call itself will go, okay? The very first thing we're going to do is figure out where you are right now and get crystal clear on exactly where you want to go. What is it that you want your business to look like? That's super important, okay? Because I know so many of you have kind of like this vague idea, but it's not crystal clear. It's not crystal clear. And sometimes you need some support to dial it in. And if you're not clear, if you're foggy, you're not going to get what it is that you want, right? You need to name it, to claim it, okay? So the next thing that we do after we get clear about where you are and what you want your business to look like, then we're going to create a success plan with the exact steps that you're going to need to take to achieve your goals, okay? So you're not going to have to do that alone. We're going to map that out together. And then finally, at the end, we can decide if working together would be a good fit or not. And truthfully, it's not going to be a good fit for everyone, okay? But this will give us an opportunity to figure out for both of us if working together would be the right fit, okay? So now if you're interested in this session, again, it is free. It's a client attraction strategy session. You're going to want to go to DesireeStafford.com/apply, or you're going to want to click the button below. They both will take you to the same place, all right? So once you do that, you're going to be taken to a questionnaire. You're going to fill out the questionnaire, and you're going to tell me all the little details about your business, and then we're going to get you scheduled for a session, okay? And it's just that simple, all right? So I do want to go ahead and answer some of the questions that have been coming in. And let me just see here. Okay. The first question is from Andrea. Okay. And Andrea's question is, will this work for me if I'm just getting started? Andrea, it could if you're done with the information gathering stage. Because I know a lot of times when you're just getting started in business, you attend free trainings like this, and you're probably on every guru's email list, and you're trying to kind of piece it all together by yourself. And sometimes in the beginning, that's the way you want to get yourself started. But, the session wouldn't be of value for you if you're still in that stage. It will be of value for you if you're already highly committed. If you've gone to that stage and you're like, I'm done just collecting information, and you're really at a point where you want some concrete, solid advice to help you move forward, because I really love working with people who are ready to run fast, not people who are kind of, on the fence, not even sure if they're ready to commit to their business. So if you are ready to commit, go ahead and apply. If you're kind of squirrely around it, maybe wait a little bit, okay? All right, next question is from Jennifer. And Jennifer asked, how long does it take to get clients? Well, Jennifer, look, the truth is everybody's different, okay? And it's really going to depend on how fast you work and how well you follow directions. Now, if I were to coach you, my expectation would be for you to start getting clients within the first couple of weeks. That's traditionally how it works for my clients. Within the first couple of weeks, we've got things in place where they can start going out and getting clients right away. Now, once you have the systems that we covered today in place and you've got it dialed in, you should be getting clients every single week. That's how the process is designed to work for you, okay? Now, ladies, the free sessions are starting to fill up. I see a couple of notifications coming in. So if you do want one, remember to either click the button below or go directly to DesireeStafford.com to apply. And let me just see if I have any more questions because we're running short on time here. Oh, ladies, I see a bunch of love notes. I have notes from Michelle, Linda, Tammy, Teresa, Angela, Ruth. Ladies, you are awesome. I'm so glad to hear that you're getting value from the training. Thanks for being here. And thanks for sending me your notes, by the way. I appreciate that. Okay. Last question is coming from Tracy. Tracy writes, I've tried Facebook ads but haven't had much luck. Any suggestions? Well, I actually need more information to really help you out, Tracy, but I'm gonna share with you some of the common mistakes that I see with ad campaigns that fail, because I have a lot of experience running Facebook ads for myself and also helping my clients, run their own campaigns. And usually what will cause a campaign not to do well is bad copy. So these are the words that you're using either in your ad itself or on your landing page. Sometimes it's a weak hook. So maybe you're not using a headline that grabs enough attention. Maybe you're not speaking to the main problem that keeps your clients up at night. Sometimes it's bad targeting, right? So maybe your message doesn't match the market that you're trying to reach. There's a mismatch there. Could be your photos. Maybe you're not using photos that are grabbing attention. Look, using Facebook ads is just like any other client attraction strategy, okay? And a lot of times these challenges are going to stem from you not having the clarity that you need around who your dream clients are and what your message is to reach those clients, okay? Like I said, I've invested a lot of time and money into running effective campaigns. And, if you want my support, what I would suggest that you do is go ahead and sign up for one of these free client attraction sessions. And then what we can do is get some more clarity around who your dream clients are and what's the best strategy for you to attract them. All right? All right, I hope that helps, ladies. I've had a blast being here with you tonight. I really have. I enjoy spending time and training and sharing everything that I know, and I hope that you got value. I hope you got exactly what you came here for today, and I hope that you also claim one of the free sessions while you still can. If you're ready to get rocking and rolling, with your business and get those dream clients coming in the door, again, you can either click the button that you see on this page and it'll take you right to a questionnaire, or you can go directly to DesireeStafford.com/apply and fill out the questionnaire, and then we can get you booked for a session. So, again, it's been my pleasure to be here with you today. Until we speak again, I truly hope that you are up to big, bold things in your life and in your business. Take care.